Oh, I'm sorry, Chris. Mr. Stevens.
Yeah. Just with regard to the effective date, and that was well put, about the quarterly effective dates, there's still an exception in the law, and even though the law changed, that regulations with the approval of OAL may take effect earlier based on good cause. And I say that because we have great cause to have these regulations, in my humble opinion, take effect as soon as we can get them done.
Right.
Just to remind you, and I don't even need to remind you because you, as a board, have been working so hard and diligently in this process over the last 2 years. We're trying to address a crisis here. And the legislature did give us a deadline to adopt the Delta Plan, which unfortunately we didn't meet because of the complexity of the issues. But nevertheless, we have to get this thing done. The events that are taking place that we're reading about in the news, the crisis is still out there. And so let's keep that in mind. Again, with regard to the process and where we're at, we've spent a lot of time, we've spent a lot of public meetings, workshops, stakeholder involvement. The range of issues, and we'll just give you a preview of some of the comments that we've seen, all of which I think Cindy mentioned are now on our website for you to take a look at.
I didn't, but yes, they are.
Are really good comments. For the most part, they're not raising a lot of new issues. And that isn't surprising based on the nature of the deliberations and the open and transparent process that you. Yeah, and so I think let's keep in mind that from here to the finish line, what we're doing with the stakeholder comments that we've received, which have, for the most part have been really, really helpful, is to refine what you guys have already come up with. So you're not going to see a whole lot of new issues. And what our task as a staff is, and what we have been diligently working on, in fact are now doing the same upstairs while some of us are meeting here, is to tee up for you in March the issues that we think have to be brought to your attention that are worthy of further deliberation and refinement of the things that basically you've already come to some near final resolution on. And so after the March meeting, we hope to get final direction then to make any necessary revisions to the regulations. And again, in my opinion, I think that based on the stakeholder comments, there are some revisions that are going to be necessary. Again, it'll be a 15-day public review on those revisions. But after that, we want you to be in a place where you can vote, where you can certify the EIR, where you can adopt the Delta Plan and the associated regulations, and that these things take effect and we begin addressing the crisis in the Delta. So the long-winded way of saying, you've already done a lot of the hard work, and what we're now doing is refining the effort that's out there. So.
Okay. Ms. Messer?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for taking on your new job. We appreciate that. Okay. Mr. Knopp, any further items here? If not, we're going to take an early lunch break.
Yeah.
I believe, because we've got... Unless, Peter, would you want to accelerate your presentation? Is that appropriate, do you think? And the reason I say this, we have the San Joaquin River flow stuff, and there's a state water board staff that I don't believe is here, able to go, and the final item on our agenda, item number 11, has people who are not here right now. So I hesitate to move anything. Also, Dr. Norgard or Jay Lund is not here, so yours is the only item. If it's inappropriate to do it now, we'll wait. But otherwise, I'd prefer, if you agree, to cover the lead scientist report now.
No, actually, we could
do that. With some of the issues, it touches on the ISB things.
I
It would have been
understand that.
it would have been nice to have had a representative here, but certainly the general part of the report we could go through and then maybe, excuse me, make a start on the science plan if you
Right.
like.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to arrange it so our lunch break is actually between as close to 12 and 1 as the schedule announced, as opposed to letting you go early and messing up your other plans. So, Dr. Goodwin.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, my